today what we talking about, bro, man?
Before we even get in, my brother, how are you, mate? Let's do that. How are you, bro?
Word starts with an E, ends in a T. You told me what that could be.
E ends in a T.
Man's excellent. I can't lie, I'm excellent.
I hear that. I was gonna say eternal or something. But yeah, man. Back to the topic of today: curating your friendships. Like, why is it important for you to kind of create your circle?
There's two type of people in this world. There's Welcome back to another episode of the greatest podcast in the world. Energizer podcast. Do you get me?
Alright.
Today I'm here with the boy Tay.
And Ty, you already know who it is, man.
Do you get me? And today what we talking about, bro, man?
Before we even get in, my brother, how are you, mate? Let's do that. How are you, bro?
Word starts with an E, ends in a T. You told me what that could be.
E ends in a T. Yeah, man, they can't think on the spot. Let's just run it, bro. Man's
excellent. I can't lie, I'm excellent.
I hear that. I was gonna say eternal or something.
Man, good, bro, man. I'm good. Man's blessed, bro. I can't lie. I'm in a good period of my life right now.
Yeah.
Building, things are going well. Obviously, trendsetter. I'm always speaking about trendsetter, but that's my baby. Do you get me? So, got to the point finally where we're able to build our own office, bro.
Strong.
Something that I've been working hard on or dreaming of for a long time. Up until this point, all the stock's been inside the house, bro. So hella tracksuits, t-shirts in my front room. I'm swimming through stock. Do you get me? Now I'm building my own little office space. Like, I can start putting stock up properly, having meetings with the team. Do you get me? So I'm looking forward to it, bro, man.
How does that feel for you, like being able to kind of branch out now? Like, obviously where you've had a business and you've been running it, you got your team already, but it's still kind of, the hub is in your house. Now the hub's going to be an actual office, you know what I mean?
No, it's good, man. It's good. I feel like an office is just going to add to the enhancement of the brand, you understand what I mean? Because there's one space that the whole team can come together and actually work in it. Where I've got team all over the place, we'll meet in somewhere like Starbucks at the moment. Not much can get done, you understand what I mean? But now we've got our space, our home to work. I can see the brand is going in an upwards trajectory. Also, the office, like, it's not going to be just a hold stock. We're going to be doing our photo shoots there as well. So that's going to save money on the whole photo shoot.
So it's an investment in it.
Do you get me? And then I was speaking to one of my boys the other day and he said, cool, why did you decide to build your own office instead of renting an office? I'm thinking, alright, cool. My main thing is ownership, you understand what I mean? So if I can actually own this space, number one, it's like I've put this money down, a big lump sum, but no one can take it away from me, number one. And number two, I can do what I want with the office, do you get me? So if I want to paint on the walls a big trendsetter painting, I can do that because it's mine, do you understand what I mean? So yeah, man, just taking it, ownership, and yeah, bro, I'm looking forward to it.
I rate that, bro. Obviously, you know my boy for forever, bro, but serious, man, rate what you're doing, innit? Like, bro, young black man, you know what I mean, doing his own thing, own office for his own business, innit? It's not every day you hear man doing that, innit? So gotta give man his flowers when it's due.
Come on, but chat to me though, my guy. What about you?
Hey, we ain't even there. How's your mental health, brother? You know what I mean? I'm doing that today.
Yeah. Cool. Mental health's good, man.
Yeah.
As I see, like, things are just moving forward, innit? Moving in the way that I want them to move. Obviously, every now and then little things will pop up, but I've learned to just move with the wind, bro. Do you understand? I mean, move
TikTok crew alive, by the way.
Yeah, TikTok, we're out here. But yeah, mental health's good, man. Strong. I'm in a good position right now, man. I'll be real. I'll be honest with you. But yeah,
smash up the phone.
Even when it comes to this office though, let me just sort this out. I don't know if you lot can even see, but I got mad cuts on my hand. Like, this office is really trying to take it out of me, I'll be honest. Because obviously where we're building this office, we're doing it from scratch. So I'm talking digging like a whole new foundation, building a whole new four walls. It's not like we've moved into an office space and we're just decorating the interior. We're doing this from the scratch, innit? So
I rate that.
It's been taking its toll on me.
That's a big thing still.
We're outside with it, man.
I rate that, my boy.
Talk to me though.
How is life for me? I can't lie, I'm similar to you, bro. Like, I'm good in it. I feel like in this next chapter of my life, it's all about just starving myself with distractions and feeding my focus. And I say that every time, but I don't want to say this time I mean it, but I'm actually doing and living in it rather than before. I know I should be doing it, but I'm being willfully ignorant. I'm not doing it even though I know I should be. Do you know what I mean? So like, whether that comes to just distractions, social media, I've been tapping in more with Twitter and less with Snapchat. And people are going to be like, what difference does that make? But where on Snapchat, I'm always preeing up people's lives and stories, seeing what an insight into their life, and it's just entertainment and drama. I'm now on Twitter where I'm able to create my feed and only see growth. Like when I go on Twitter in the morning, rather than going on TikTok or Snap in the morning, I'm just seeing, oh yeah, six tips of how you can improve your life, 6 no bullshit ways to improve your physique or something. Do you know what I mean? It's just growth. Like that's what I'm focusing on now. Do you know what I mean?
Just changing your field of vision.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And like obviously we said it before, like you create your own social media algorithm in a sense and what you consume. So I'm focusing or reshifting what I consume from just being drama and just bullshit, to be fair. Because now I'm trying to consume only content that's gonna help and learn or educate, should I say, or educate me. Do you know what I mean?
Strong.
But I'm good, man. Mental health wise, I'm good, man. Like honestly, I feel like I'm good, bro. Do you know what I mean? Before I even do the whole 9, but I'm actually good, and I mean that I'm good. Do you know what I mean? Before, sometimes us as man them were like, yeah, I'm good still, but you're not really.
I was gonna say, bro, are you sure it's good?
Yeah, but
because the man them always say, yeah, I'm good, bro, but on the surface it's peak. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, I am good, bro. Like even on a deep one for a sec before we jump into the content of today. Like I feel like since the conversation we had about fathers and whatnot, I'm taking the necessary steps to release myself of past traumas and come to terms with a lot. And I feel like I even speaking to Mumsy, shout out Mumsy, and she was saying to me that until you're able to kind of accept and heal from your trauma from way back when, you're not really able to move forward in life. And I feel like only since I've started to kind of bring out them demons, you know what I mean? Now I'm able to move forward. So it's hard to do now, but in the long run, it's for my benefit. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's good, man.
Facts.
Good.
And then on top of that, Ty Creates.
I'm
saying, let me just
tell them about Ty
that.
All right,
yeah. So obviously Ty Creates, TSL Trendset London. That's your baby. Yeah, Ty Creates, my web design agency. That's mine. So in the last 6 weeks, I've been able to rebrand my business. I've already got 2 clients that I'm making websites for, and I'm just loving it. In it, like you know me, bro. I love to help people, and I love to be creative. So through my web design agency, I'm able to bring them both together and help people by bringing their business and online home. Do you know what I mean? So I'm really just
for you, bro.
Shoot.
What made you start Ty Creates?
That's a good question. What made me start Ty Creates is because I want as much of my income to be my responsibility. Like you've started a business, so if your business makes no money, that's your fault. If it makes a whole bag of money, that's your fault. Whereas in my job, sometimes I can put in 100% and still get paid X amount, or I can put 0% and get paid X amount. Do you know what I mean? So I'm doing things that fulfill me and taking my income and necessarily and my future into my hands. That's why I started it. To be honest, I started it 3 years ago as a graphic design business that was used to help the man them like cover art. So people in my circle have songs and shit. I make cover arts. Then I started finding out about websites, and I'm mad creative, bro, innit? Like you know me, innit? So where I'm making websites, I'm like, rah, this animation, this button, and you know what I mean? I'm like loving it. Do you know what I mean? So now 3 years later, I'm a lot more experienced. I'm growing my business, and it's doing well, innit? So I'm proud of me still.
I'm proud of you as well, my boy. Touch me up real quick.
Come on, man.
And even away from the money, I feel like the money is one side of things, but it's something that you're passionate about as well, and you're actually good at it. So if you guys haven't seen, the Energizer podcast website was made by my boy Ty.
Come on.
You can see the website is strong. Animations on deck, all the content on that's
on
my boy.
10.
Do you understand what I mean? You get me? So
bro.
even the money, putting the money to the side for a second, that you're actually good at this. Do you understand what I mean? This is what I'm passionate about. So stay consistent with it, my guy. And if you guys need any websites, I'm looking at both cameras right now. This one can't see me. Shout my boy Ty.
Come on, man. Strong.
We'll get the job done.
Strong.
Get me?
Strong.
Yeah. All right then, bro. So we talking about today, man?
Today we're talking about friendships, and we're going to be talking about money. So we're going to separate them, and then we're going to have like a money talk towards the end of the conversation, innit?
Let's get it.
So what I want to talk about today is why it's important to create or curate your friendships. Do you know what I mean?
Quickly, someone said due to have work for you, Ty. You get me?
Cheers. Hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you know on my socials it's gonna be here, Ty Valley. Do you know what I mean? Or message in the podcast and I'll get back to you, man. But love for tapping in, TikTok crew, and for you guys who are watching as well, Energizer Pod. Do you know what I mean? Wherever you get your podcast, and on social media, TikTok and Instagram as well, we're there, man. And
quickly, before we get into the whole topic of the conversation, I just realised something, the importance of talking your shit. Do you understand what I mean? A lot of people have businesses, but they're afraid to talk about it. Do you understand what I mean? If you was afraid to talk about it right there, bro would never know you do websites.
Facts.
And that's a potential client right there. Do you understand what I mean? So talk your shit. If you got a business, be proud of that. Start talking it up and letting people know what you do. Do you understand what I mean?
Gem number 1. We ain't even 10 minutes in.
We're just starting. Yeah? All right then.
Just warming up. But yeah, man. Back to the topic of today, curating your friendships. Like, I would flip it back on you, bro. Why is it important for you to kind of create your circle? You create your circle.
Alright, let me think about this before I answer it properly. Alright, cool. So we all know the quote, you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, innit?
Strong.
And I feel like because everyone knows that quote, the value of it doesn't really ring strong with people because everyone says it on a daily basis, but it's the truth. Do you understand what I mean? So, for example, now with you, with the mindset members, it's like before I met you guys, I was doing my thing, but it's like the people around me weren't doing their thing. You understand what I mean?
Facts.
So when it comes to me jogging or just thinking about ideas and speaking to them, it's like my vision is nowhere near their vision. Do you understand what I mean? So there's no relatability there. Do you understand? But when it comes to like people that's got a shared vision to you, it don't necessarily need to be in the same lane, but within the same field where they're just trying to attain that success. Yeah, it's like cool. Now I can motivate you, you can motivate me. Do you understand what I mean? And then plus another thing as well, it's like seeing people within your circle doing big things motivates you, and it shows you that you can do big things as well. Facts. Do you understand what I mean? And I feel like there's two type of people in this world. There's one type of person who sees their friends doing well and hates. I think it's raw, like we grew up in the same place, how's he getting there? And there's another type of person that says, all right, cool, my bro, someone that I've grown up with, is clear now. Cool, that means there's a route for me to be clear as well, because he started in the same position that I am. So I feel like it's just about perception and realizing that cool, your friends have done it, so you can do it. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah man,
that's strong, man. And you know why I really resonate with that? Because I feel like we've come from the same angle, just in different or through different experiences. You get it? In a sense where I'm like you, bro, like going back 2-3 years ago, even less than that really, because I only really started tapping in with yourself and the rest of the man them the last year, innit? Before then, I've always been on my journey, been about my books, growth and self-development, whatnot, big ambitions, big work rate, or work effort, should I say. But I'm looking around my circle, and obviously not discrediting the people I used to chill, because it's not like I'm some next guy in their bums, it's never that. But it's just like, when I have a certain vision that is not shared by others, now that's hindering my progress, because I'm looking around and the man are just being lazy. I'm looking around and the man are just here chirping like gal 24/7. I'm not looking around and being inspired. I'm not looking around and being motivated. So that's why it's important to create your own circle. Do you know what I mean? Like the people around you are going to have a bigger effect on you than you even realize. 100%. And even what you said about you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that you make within like 20 to 30% of the people you spend the most time with as well. So say for example, if like Tay's Trendsetter's blown off, Energizer's blown off, let's say I wasn't even a part of Energizer for the sake of this year, he's got 2 successful businesses, revenue or turnover of like 500k each, Reddit, King's Mill, you know what I mean? 50-50, and then because I'm surrounded by you and the rest of the man them are like that, that's gonna up my work rate and make me want to be within that kind of tax bracket now. Do you know what I mean?
And it's all about healthy competition as well. I say it all the time, bro, like seeing you doing your thing, bro, triggers like a fire within me, bro, like instantly, because it's like, all right, cool, bro, ain't leaving me behind. I know that's for damn sure. Do you get me? The man them aren't leaving me behind. That's for damn sure. Do you get me? So it's all about that healthy competition. It's like, cool, you're doing well, I'm going to make sure I'm doing well as well. And if I'm doing well, you're not doing well at the moment, I'm going to do all I can to make sure I'm on my level. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like the worst type of person is someone that's winning by themselves. Do you understand what I mean? Especially when you got a whole friendship group or family around you, but you're not empowering any of them. I'm heavy on that. I'm heavy on just throwing people alley-oops and giving them opportunities. Obviously, sometimes people like to take the mick. You'll give them opportunity and they don't take the full advantage of it. But if you're in a position where you can give your people opportunities, then do that. Do you understand what I mean? And even when it comes to the podcast as well, we're currently looking to give someone an opportunity, right? So when it comes to video editing, of course, the podcast is growing. We're doing a lot more things and it's becoming a lot more difficult for us to keep on top of that. So we're looking for someone to join the team that can actually help us when it comes to editing. We don't want, how can I articulate this? We don't want the biggest, greatest editor in the world. We want someone that's around our level, who's coming in, and we can give you an opportunity to come through and build with us. Do you understand what I mean?
Facts.
So anyone that's looking to get into editing, videography, hit us up. We're all about opportunities for
100%. And even building from your point, my bro, that's the importance, and it ties back with today's topic of creating your reality and your friendships, your circle. Because let's say, like Tay said, I'm not looking for someone who's necessarily the best and has 10 years experience, some 40-year-old, you know what I mean, guy from wherever or girl from whoever. I'm looking for someone who's got ambition, work rate and work ethic, who's looking to be in and around our kind of circle, do you know what I mean? Who's looking to be inspired, so we can drop gems onto them and help almost elevate their mindset. Because at the end of the day, yes, it's going to be a paid role, whatever, you're going to get monetary rewards, but the mental reward is going to be better. Do you know what I mean? Being in and around our circle, I'd say I'm confident that we can help inspire and elevate. Do you know what I mean? And like you said as well, I'm gonna quote it, Nipsey, the GOAT, highest human act is to inspire. So by us giving people opportunities, we're allowing them to be inspired by being within our kind of network, our kind of circle, to be on our type of frequency per se. Do you get it?
No, 100%.
So strong, man. And then building on that as well about like competition and the whole aspect of that. Let's talk about that, because I've even had some experiences with that where I've had friends in the past who may not be very supportive of what I do, or might be my brethren, quote unquote, but might have a bit of envy or something to animosity towards me.
Yeah.
So have you ever experienced that?
I feel like from afar, not directly where someone's actually done anything to show me that they're envious, but you know when you can just clock certain movements from people, or they might say sly little remarks and you're thinking, wow, that was a bit weird for you to say.
Yeah, like, why are you saying that, innit? Yeah.
But the way that I've operated, and I've learned along the way from getting done dirty by friends, innit, that when someone does something to you that's a bit off, you need to address it straight away. Don't let it fall under the carpet, because it's like that. Those things build and build and build, and eventually they're gonna do something dirty to you. Do you get me? So I feel like if you're going through that, like advice for anyone, if you're going through that and you see any friends out there, even family members, and they're just giving sly remarks, and Austin said it as well, it's those sly little jabs, little jabs, and eventually it's like those punches hurt now. Do you get me? So address that from the jump. Just say like, bro or sis, I'm not really rocking with these comments or the way that you've been moving recently, and see what they're really saying, see what their angle is. Do you understand what I mean?
Facts.
But yeah, man, when it comes to like envious people, I reckon sometimes you got to see it as a blessing, because for them to be envious of you, clearly you must be doing something right.
Yeah.
And I'm a strong believer in believing that no one can block you. No one can block you. You can say whatever you want to say, you can try to do whatever you want to do, but the way that my life's set up, you can't block my blessings. Do you understand what I mean? There's no one that can come in between me and where I'm going in life. So all these envious people out there, probably is, but you cannot really block my blessings. You can say what you want, you can spread the information that you want, but it's not going to stop me from getting where I want to get.
Facts.
Do you get me?
You know, I find it interesting because that ties back onto the other episode with Poku. Shout out my boy. Shout out all the Gen Z man them as well for the sake of this, yeah. But we literally, in both episodes with Poku, we was talking about, one, hate only has the meaning that you give it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So by people trying to project their envy and their jealousy and hate onto you, like you said, you can't block my blessings unless I allow my blessings to be blocked. Do you know what I mean? Right, that's a gem. I'm just saying, yeah.
That's about 5 gems since the episode started.
Bro, they say the podcast is a jewelry store at this point.
I like that one day. I like that.
It's that real, but people can't block your blessings unless you give meaning to the words and the hate and shit they say, 100%. For one. And the second thing I would say is, we literally said this as well in that episode, that for them to want to hate on you, you have to be doing something right. So kind of rewire your mindset. Instead of being like, oh my days, like, why is he hating on me, like, and internalizing it, think to yourself, raw, like, shit, like, maybe I am the man, that's why he's jealous of me, or sis is jealous of me. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I'm doing something right, so let me keep jugging even harder. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
You gotta, like, what's the word, I don't say repurpose, but reprogram the way your mind receives hate. It's not always bad, because it's coming from a place of, I don't say like positivity, but it's because of a positive reason you're being hated on in the first place.
Yeah, no, 100%. Alright, cool. So all of this is good that we're talking about, yeah, but I know there's people out there that don't have access to networks like we do. They're in a position where they don't have any friends. Do you get me? So what advice would you put out there for them to actually grow their network and meet like-minded individuals?
Okay, first of all, I would say you need to work on yourself. I always say that with like let me think before I speak. I'd strongly say that about 99% of the problems, 99% of the problems an individual may face can be balanced out or resolved by just internally leveling yourself up and your own value and your own worth. Because let me give you an example. Let's say it was Thai last year, so October 2021. I wasn't doing a podcast, didn't have a job, wasn't really where I wanted to be in it. How is it fair for me to now say that I want to be rubbing shoulders with millionaires, or let me not say millionaires, I want to be rubbing shoulders with people who are better than me, but I am not even parallel to them. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you need to do the internal work first. You need to get your head in them books first. You need to change and raise your vibration and frequency first, because now you've risen your frequency. You're gonna have experiences that are aligning to the frequency that you're on. Do you get it? So it's not fair for me to be not doing much, but complaining and expecting to be chilling with the big boys, do you know what I mean, or the big gal them, do you know what I mean?
At the end of the day, you attract what you become. Exactly. You can't expect to have a whole friendship group that's on success when you're not on success. You can't expect to have a friendship group that's on elevation when you're not on elevation. So I feel like the best way for you to attract that friendship group organically without you going out there seeming like a beg is for you to actually live the life that you want to live, or live the life that you want people around you to live, and naturally those people are going to come to you. It's
that real.
So bro, like, let's be honest now, yeah, when it comes to the Mindset members and the group that we actually have, it hasn't come from us actually going out there and seeking and saying, bro, I want to be a friend. That's not how it works. It's like, you see me doing my thing, I see you doing your thing, and there's a common interest there, and we build from that. You understand what I mean? And I feel like that's what anyone
Common
needs
denominator.
to. Exactly. Everyone needs to go off that theory. Like, if you want to build a friendship group, a powerful friendship group, you need to make the first step to becoming powerful, if that makes sense.
Nice, that real. Just a little ad break. Everybody here tapping in on TikTok, I want you to drop some questions, man. Like, we want to make this as interactive as possible. So run the questions, we're here, gonna answer it live in the episode. But back to it now, it's facts. I 100% agree and resonate with what you're saying, innit? And I would even go as far as saying that, just specifically for the man them, like, I know Gyal, you're tapping into you, but me as a guy, I'm gonna chat to the guys for a sec. You need to create your reality and have like a strong masculine energy within your circle. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think it's a bad thing to say that, like, when you're with the boys and you're with the man them, you feel like the man, because you're like, yeah, I'm with this guy, with the man them. Do you know what I mean? You feel that. I don't know how to articulate it, but you just feel that energy. Like, for example, say if you're with the guys and you're on a night out, you're gonna just feel more confident naturally. Whether you agree this is true, innit? Like, you're gonna be with the guys and like, yeah, all right, I'm with the squad. The energy's rolling. Do you know what I mean? So take that same method that you would when you're going out or when you're going to a social event, and use that towards your growth. So what that could look like is you having a small circle of guys who are all in the same path, and girls as well. But like I said, I'm just talking from my experiences, you know what I mean, and what we've got is just all the man them, do you know what I mean? Strong energy. Let's take Jenna to the side. Just strong energy in the group, that you can use to help advance you, because now that gives you more confidence to go out there and jug, like you said, because you're looking to the left and you're seeing me jugging on a website. You're looking to your right and you're seeing Hazefa landed a new client. Shout out my boy for his branding and that. You're looking to in front of you, you're seeing Kozak doing his newsletter, this, that, and the third. Shout out my boy. Do you get it? So it's like, you need to have that strong energy around you that's gonna make you more willing to perform or outperform the rest of the people.
And another thing that's deadly to have within your friendship group is yes men. If
Why?
you got them within your friendship group, get rid of them, because I feel like, how can I put this? Although a yes man can be your friend, in reality they're your enemy, because I know if I see you doing something wrong, bro, that I feel like it's detrimental to your future, I'm gonna let you know that. I'm not gonna sit here and let you make mistakes that's gonna dictate your future to go in the wrong direction. I feel like yes men around you, how can I put it? They're trying to do you a favor by agreeing with you, but by agreeing with you 24/7, it's not allowing you to elevate.
Yeah, facts.
Do you get what I mean?
Facts.
Remove those yes men around you.
Man. Let me look at ad break again. Holy paid promo today. We got GBP.Abdul saying 100. We got another guy tapping in KRSN saying, been watching you guys for a while and you guys have helped me evolve into a better person. That there is strong, because that there shows impact, and we spoke about that with the Purpose Led. Shout out Purpose Led as well. W podcast as well from another guy. Quickly, Alexander.
Shout them out.
But back to what you're saying, why you can't have yes man in your circle is so true, because I see, like, say if you've got a group of people around you, you got a mix, guys and girls, whatever, you're all going in a set direction, so we're all on this growth thing. But for me to have a yes man or yes woman in my circle, it's like I'm steering a ship and someone's trying to dig a hole at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Because I've got my end goal, but you're not allowing me, or you're not helping me to become the best version of myself, because you're constantly agreeing. I can say to you, Tay, I feel like being lazy and staying in bed. Yeah, calm, bro. Tay, I feel like just giving up on the podcast. Yeah, calm, bro. That's a yes man. You're not really helping me. You're gonna lead me nowhere. Do you know what I mean? I need people like you, bro, who me and Taylor outside of this podcast, we disagree on a lot, because there'll be days I'm lazy, I swear down, and Taylor will be like, nah, bro. I'll say to him some excuse like, yeah, bro, I can't do the trailer today. He'll be like, bro, shut up, bro. You know, he'll be like, bro, I'm not hearing it. You're being a joke, man. Pattern up in it, get it done. And even though in the moment I'm like, bro, you know, fuck this guy. Like, this guy's jarring. Do you know what I mean? But in the long run, it helps me, because he's holding me. What's the word? He's holding me to the fire, as you should. You would not be a good friend or a valuable friend to me if you allowed me to entertain my own bullshit. Do you get it? And that's why you can't have yes man or yes women in your circle at all.
No, for real. What
are you thinking about, brother? What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, like, how do you actually spot a yes man? Because a lot of the time,
that's a good question.
A yes man, they're your friends, innit? They're your friends. And more time your friendship group have the same thoughts, the same vision as you do. Don't you think?
No, I do agree with that.
Yeah. So it's like, how can you spot a yes man when these people are from the same background as you essentially?
I would say my answer would be you can spot someone who's not grounded in themselves and secure. And what that means is like, if I'm secure in myself and my mission, my purpose in life is to, reach the highest level of myself, growth, self-development, all of that, if I see you who's talking and saying, yeah, bro, I'm on that, but your actions are not congruent with your words, to me, you're a yes man, because you're letting your feelings come before what your purpose. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So an example of that could be like, we're all out with the man them, and then obviously you have to have a bit of a balance. So not every day it's jug. But say if I've told you I'm going to do something and then I change my mind, if you was to agree with me in both scenarios, you're a yes man, because when I'm telling you I want to do work, you're saying yeah. Then when I'm saying I don't want to do work, you're also saying yeah. So clearly you're showing to me you're not a grounded individual, because if you're so grounded in your future, you're only going to be yes. Does that make sense?
I hear you, but there's context behind it though.
True.
There's context behind it. So it could be a thing where you said you're going to drug tonight, then you change your mind and said, no, you know what, tonight I'm going to relax because I've been working hard. As your brethren, you can say, you know what, you deserve that, bro. You deserve that. So that's why I say like it's a very thin line between deciding whether you're a yes man or not. But I feel like, but if you know that you're on bullshit and your friend allows you to carry on with your bullshit, then it's not, you can't even just blame the yes man friend, you gotta blame yourself because you're on bullshit. Do you get me? So I feel like a lot of the time, like yes man exists, but you also exist, so you need to G-check yourself. And not a lot of people even do that, a lot of people get G-checked by other people, but they don't G-check themselves. And I feel like sometimes you need to G-check yourself, because you're the only one that lives with yourself. You see yourself 24/7, 24 hours out of the day, and you know how you really move. You can't lie to yourself.
Facts. I always say that it's facts, innit? You can try to lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you know in your head you're not doing the things you said you should be doing. Do you know what I mean? And it's facts. With the whole yes man thing though, I'll just summarize by saying that don't allow, I don't know, because I was just about to say don't allow your success to be in someone else's hand, but that doesn't mean, that's not what a yes man is. A yes man is just someone who will agree with your short-term decisions that are not congruent with your long-term vision, I would say. Do you know what I mean? So like if I know that your goal is to take Trendsetter and Energizer to the moon, if you was to turn around to me tomorrow and be like, oh yeah bro, I'm gonna just can't be bothered with the podcast, The Office, let's put it off till next year. If I was to say in that moment, yeah bro, I hear it, even though what you're saying is context, I would still class myself as a yes man. Do you know what I mean? Because I know where you're trying to go. I'm not helping you get there, I'm helping you deteriorate and go backwards now. So I'm a joke. Do you know what I mean?
That's the definition of a yes man.
That's what I would say. For real. So moving on to a different kind of subtopic,
talk to me.
Do you think you should compete with your friends?
Do I feel like you should compete with your friends? Yeah, no.
Elaborate.
Yeah and no. I feel like.
What do you mean yeah and no? Because you know what the first thing that came to my mind, bro?
Sitting on the fence.
Sitting on the fence. Bro, this guy said to me, that's so funny. This guy said to me last season 1, he's like, oh yeah, don't sit in the fence, you get juke up in your back. And here he is, yes and no.
No, but man ain't getting juked by them. Nah, never me. But hear what I'm saying, like, some answers aren't always black and white.
Yeah,
do you get me?
It still.
So I feel like, compete with your friends, especially if your friends are on the trajectory to greatness. Nothing's wrong from I started waving at the nothing's wrong with competing with your friends, in it, especially when they're chasing greatness. But I feel like sometimes there's healthy competition and there's unhealthy competition now. True. Cool. So the healthy competition is cool, I see you winning, bro, best believe I'm gonna win. The unhealthy competition is I see you winning, so I'm gonna do something to make sure you're not winning so I can win. Do you get me? So there's two types of competition out there. I feel like compete with your friends, challenge them, motivate yourself on the back of what they're doing, but also don't prohibit where they're going because you want to be in their spot, if that makes sense. So that's why I say no. I know I ain't getting drunk up in my back. All right.
I just got to add that out real quick one. That's funny. I agree. But at the end of the day, your end point I agree with, but I just kind of would go about it in a different way. So I would say that yes, you should compete with your friends, but you should only make sure that you're friends with people who are secure in themselves first. For example, we've already covered about like friends who are envious of you. I don't even want to compete with someone who has any type of jealousy, animosity or envy towards me, because now I know that there's malicious intent behind your actions. I would only compete with people like you, who is a grounded individual, and the rest of the man them who are grounded and secure individuals, because I know that whenever we do compete, it's only to have a positive positive outcome. You're not, like you said, gonna do things to try and pull me back now or I compete with you from a sake of inspiration and not from a sake of scarcity and jealousy. So I wouldn't compete with people. You wouldn't be my friend if you're just some insecure, this, that, and the third. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on that. Do you know what I mean? I can't. I've curated my circle to be strong-minded individuals. So my success doesn't hinder your success, and it doesn't mean to say that because I'm winning, you're losing now.
There's enough room for everyone to eat.
Facts.
I see it in this scenario now, two different races. You got the one race here where you're ahead, but I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that I'm leveling you now. Like I'm gonna run as fast as I can. There's another guy that's racing. He sees you win and he's gonna take off his shoe and he's gonna lick it, or he's gonna lick your head back. So you slow down and he can catch up. Do you get me? And that's why I say there's two different types of competition that compete in the right way. Do you get me? So compete with your friends, and also I feel like help your friends as well. I said this before. But help your friends. If you see that your friends aren't in a position right now where they're climbing or they're on this path of elevation, do what you can within your power to make sure that they are.
Facts.
Do you get me? Not necessarily give them all the resources, but teach them how to get the resources themselves.
Facts.
Do you get me?
100%. And see, I love this topic because there's so many ways we can take it in it. And like you said about like curating your friendships and putting your friends on game, basically, these are all things that help you to create a solid foundation for your success. So we've all heard the quote, go alone if you want to go quick, go together if you want to go far. If me and Tay have big ambitions in life, we're both going to be up differently. I need to have a solid foundation with you, and what that looks like is you're a grounded and secure individual. I'm also a grounded and secure individual, so now we can help each other because we're building a solid foundation for our success to build together. Even though we do the podcast together, but outside of that we have different businesses. You got your clothing business, I got my web design agency. You can still put me on game about, bro, I think you're missing out on clients here, or maybe if your negotiation was better here, you could land. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. Or you could say to me, for me as a business owner, I would only like websites from this type of whatever, and then I can say vice versa, bro, I've just spent £250 with this brand, and the reason they was able to take my money is because they did A, B, and C. You should implement this now. So it's like I'm helping you to help myself as well. And I feel like those are the strongest types of friendships, man. When you got a strong group of people all going to the same direction, helping build, but also competing in a positive way, like that's strong. That's some serious energy that you created. You know what I mean?
100. And that being said, build your network, because you can't build a legacy by yourself. 9 times out of 10, you can't build it by yourself. So having people around you that's doing their own thing, you never know on your journey. Like you're gonna need so many different people to get you to the next level. So continue to water your relationships, and that's something that I need to work on as well. Certain times I'll be so busy doing what I'm doing, I forget to check in on my people. Do you get me? But these people are a fundamental part of my process. Do you get me? So make sure you tap in with your people at all times.
TikTok crew, Shan Wagwan, she said, Ty and Energizer Pod. Spencer said, how do I get on this podcast? I got a lot to say. So this for everyone, a little PSA, personal, publics. Just forget it. Anyway,
I got you. Public service announcement. I got you, my boy. I got you.
If you're looking to come on a podcast, head to our website, energizerpod.com, and then on the landing page, it will have a question saying, I want to come on, do you want to come on this podcast? And then the button says yes. Click through, it will take you to a Google form sheet, and if you fill that out, we check it regularly every single week, and then we're just picking people out of that, literally like a raffle box. And if you want to come on, that's the best way to contact us.
Alright, so another scenario for you then, bro. Alright, cool. What do you do when you've grown up with someone, very close friends, you know each other's families and whatnot, you guys are basically brothers, what do you do when you get to a certain point where you're elevating and your friend just isn't in that same position where he's elevating? What do you do? Is it a thing where you leave them? Is it a thing, how do you maneuver through that situation?
I feel like there's two sides of my answer in it. The first is like a mental way you're going about it, and the second is like the actual activities that you do to go about it. So I'd say firstly, on the mental side, you have to get outside, you have to break yourself, you have to reprogram your mind to think that it's not bad. It's not a bad thing to outgrow people. And I feel like most people hold on to friendships. Oh yeah, I've known him since year 7. Bro, you're trying to be a businessman. He's a drug dealer. What are you doing? Do you care? Like, it doesn't matter, innit? Like, I can't like. It doesn't matter how you've known someone. Where are they at now? And is that congruent with where you're trying to go? So mental aspect is reprogram your mind and be selfish and say to yourself, I am going here. So I need to make sure that the people around me are all helping me get to that point. And if they're not, I have to create some sort of distance. And then that goes on to the actual physical activities. You go about that by distancing yourself from them. So that could be like, if you go to their yard 5 times out of a week to play FIFA, and I don't know, and you're really trying to like, I don't know, stop playing games and read more books, maybe dumb it down to 2 times a week now, or so you can still engage in a relationship and pour into the friendship, but just not as much. So where before you was giving 100%, you're giving 30. You don't agree? Man, push up his face while I'm talking this shit.
I agree, but I disagree, man. I agree, but I disagree. Alright, cool. When it comes to like your friends, your family, I feel like loyalty is the first thing, number one. Do you understand what I mean? And you need to,
that's deep.
Like, you stepping away from them isn't helping the situation anymore. They're going to stay in the same environment that they're actually in. There's no growth there. Do you get me?
True.
I feel like the best thing that you can do for a friend that's not elevating right now, or they're not in the best point in their life, is to show them a glimpse of the elevation. Do you get me? So if you're in a position right now in your life where things are going well, let's just say, for example, you're an artist and you're doing shows and there's hundreds of people in the crowd, bring your friend with you to make him see that. As Nipsey says, the highest human acts is to inspire, bro. Do you get me? Like, that's gonna trigger something in your friend's mind to think, raw, like, this could be me. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't really feel like it's a thing where you need to leave them, bro, but just show them a different life and understand that people have different processes. Everyone grows at different speeds.
True.
So the fact that you've been able, because at one point you was in the same position as this guy, do you get me? And the fact that you've been able to grow at such a fast rate, maybe he's just not able to do that. So you need to show him the way. I feel that still.
I hear that, and I do agree with that. And even though I'm saying I agree with your point, it doesn't contradict mine. But adding on to that though, pardon me, I feel like first and foremost, thinking of a quote Mumsy said, shout out Mumsy again. She always used to tell me this from when I was in like year 1. Always. She said to me, you can drag a horse to water, you can't force it to drink. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, in this scenario, when it comes to you and your friends, I can tell my friends, yo bro, read this book, yo bro, listen to this podcast, yo bro, do this. But at the end of the day, if they haven't changed it in their mind internally first, nothing's gonna happen. And all that is gonna happen is I'm gonna be wasting my energy trying to, like Austin said, shout out my boy, pull someone along with me instead of them running with me. Do you get it?
100. So
I feel like if you are in that scenario where you're like a best friend, you and your killie, you've known him for time, he's seeing you not go to so many parties because you're trying to jug on your business, or he's seeing you read book after book after book, so he knows that the option's there, but he's choosing not to take it. He's choosing not to run with you. Does that make sense? He's choosing to remain stagnant. So in that sense, maybe it's me being selfish, but why am I going to pour into someone who's just going to pour it back out and not take in what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you, but I feel like you have to do something before you just dip out. Do you get me? You have to, as you said, you can drag a horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink. That's the quote, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So in my head, me dragging him to the water is saying, all right, cool, listen, this is what I'm doing, bro. Like, I'm building greatness here. I'm making money here. Come and see what it's about. I've brought you to the water. Now you know where the water is. It's your choice whether you want to drink it or not. But at least I know I've done my part and I've shown you a different way. Instead of just upping and leaving and saying, bro's not on anything, so I can't be around him no more, because, bro, at one point you was in the same position that he was.
Nah, facts. Let me double back, because I'm not saying like you have to just up and just cut and never chat to my man again, but I'm just saying we are all on our own individual journeys in life. Do you get it? So it's like, where I'm going, if you're not going there, that's perfectly fine. It doesn't mean to say that I'm gonna cut you off. No, it doesn't mean to say that I'm gonna be like, nah, I can't ramp with him, because it's still been my bro, but I'm just creating a bit of distance, because
sometimes it's needed,
again, like we said 10 minutes ago now, I'm the average of the 5 people I spend the most time with. So if I'm spending the most time with you and you're not really on much, which is, you do you, innit? I'm not hating on you, because it's not like I'm a millionaire, do you know what I mean? But I just have to make the necessary sacrifice. And on top of that, the door's always open. Like, me and my friends, not all of my friends is on the book thing like me, the growth thing like me, and that's perfectly fine. We can still part. I can still go out and get lit with you, young Ray and nephew, whatever, But the door's open, but I'm not gonna force you to walk through the door. I feel like that's what I used to do. Before, I was like, bro, like, read this book, man.
I used to get frustrated as well,
same.
Bro. I used to get frustrated because I'm showing you the way to elevate your situation, but you're not doing nothing about it.
Facts.
Do you get me? But as you said, you cannot force people. They need to make up in their own mind that they want to change.
100%. And that comes first. And so what I do now, because I'm living through that now with some of my friends or people I have around me, I'm still on my same grind, still doing what I'm doing on my journey of personal growth and whatnot. And if, say, the man then comes to me with a problem, I'll always be free to give them advice and I'll be like, bro, if you want to get out of your situation, I was in the same thing as you last year, bro. The things that I did is I read this book, I started journaling, I started meditating, so I'll give them the tools, but I can't force them to build the house. You get it? No, and that's the same point.
100. So taking a conversation somewhere else now,
Yeah.
Same scenario. you've elevated, your friend's still in the situation that you both was a few years back, and now he's coming with all of this. You've changed shit. You've changed. You're not the same guy. How do you do with that? Because I've gone through that. That's for damn sure.
I would say first of all, yes, I have changed. Response for it. I would say yes, I have changed. Why haven't you?
Oh, right, bro. That's why I know you're my brother, because I was gonna say the exact same thing. I have changed. Why have you not changed?
Do you get it? Like, let me just jump in. Yeah, like change is meant to happen, bro. Like everything in life in this universe evolves. Do you know what I mean? We all change, and it's almost like shedding your skin. So how can you tell me that? Let's say now we're 20. Do you know what I mean? We're young men, yeah, but you still have, or some of our friends in this example have the same mentality from when you was in year 11. Bro, grow up. Do you get it? Like, elevate. We're not there anymore. Elevate, evolve. Do you know what I mean? So for you to look at me, who's done a lot of change, because I've done a lot of internal work, and you're seeing the external results of that now. The money's going up, for example, or my head's in them books, whatever. Yeah,
brother, wait. That was a humble moment there, and I don't like when you're humble, bro. I don't like when you're humble. So don't say, for example, the money has gone up. Let's just be real. The money has come up. Don't say, for example, like it's an imaginary thing. Bro, right, the money's gone up. You're right. So talk your shit, strong.
Yeah. So say if you're not even say I am in the point.
Right then, that's what I'm talking about.
Money's increased and whatnot. I'm doing my thing. You can't look at me and be like, raw, bro, like you've changed, and look at me in a negative way, because first of all, you don't even know all the work I put in. I saw a quote and it's like, everybody sees the tip of the iceberg. You know, you being successful, doing all these things, but you don't know that I've been up till 2 a.m. reading books and taking notes like a nerd. You don't know that I've been getting rejected phone call after phone call, trying to land this one client or this one so-and-so, or I'm up till 2:30 and I got to wake up at 7 a.m. the next morning when I'm jugging, editing the podcast, just for me to come home and it still ain't rendered. Do you get it? Like, you don't know all this stuff. You've seen the tip. So I always find it a bit disrespectful when people are like, oh, you've changed, and try and have like negative connotation to it. Because yes, I have. Yes, thank you. The sky's blue. Thank you. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, I have, bro. Do you know what I mean? Why haven't you in it?
No, exactly. Whenever someone says that to you, you gotta tell them, why have you not changed?
Yeah, bro.
Everything in life evolves, bro. Everything. Trees grow, the weather changes, everything changes, bro. Why would I stay stagnant in a position that I don't want to stay in? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I am not going to stay on the same level as you for you to feel comfortable, bro. That don't make sense. I don't care if you're my mum, dad, sister, cat, dog, auntie, cousin. There's no way I'm staying in a position where I do not want to stay in. Do you get me? Yeah. You need to elevate, and don't allow anyone to hold you back or make you feel guilty for elevating and changing your situation for the better.
100%. We got a question, innit?
Talk to me.
We got a question by KRSN. Love for tapping in, firstly, my brother, for real. Second of all, his question is, what if your friend wants to start their pursuit, but you or your friends don't know how to assist them or provide adequate advice per se? That's a good question. I'm gonna give that to Tate, bruv. Go on, you handle that, mate.
Shit. Let me read the question more time.
So he's basically saying, innit, like, your friends want... Yeah, I don't even know.
What if your friend wants to start the pursuit, but your friends don't know how to assist or provide adequate advice per se? I'd say possibly. I'd say point them in the right direction. If you obviously you're not gonna know everything in the world. I don't know nothing about web designing. Do you get me? So if you came to me for some advice, I wouldn't be able to tell you nothing, bro. But I could at least try and point you in the right direction. Or I feel like there's certain advice that isn't necessarily related to your specific industry, but more your mindset and how you move on a daily basis. Maybe I can give you some advice. All right, cool, bro. Hear what I'm saying? When you wake up in the morning, instead of chatting to girls and doing what you normally do, bro, just spend 2 hours of your day planning out your day and figuring out what you need to do. Do you get me? That's not direct advice for you and what you're building, but I know that it'll be helpful to build what you want to build. Facts. Do you get me? So if you don't know like any real things that could help them with their journey, specifically in the industry, help them in life. Do you get me? Yeah. And I feel like
that's some good advice, and I would definitely agree with that, because sometimes life advice is the indirect advice that you need anyways. So let's put it into actual context now, yeah? So say one of the man them, I don't know, Kozart, shout out Kozart, and if you haven't watched this episode already, double back on that.
Shout out my boy.
Say if Kozart comes to us both and he's like, yo bros, like I'm doing this newsletter and I don't know how to get more subscribers to my blog or whatnot. I don't know shit about that. I don't know nothing, do you know what I mean? But maybe the real underlying question is, how can he raise his value? So then I can refer him to a book. I can say, you know what, bro, I don't know how to help you with this, but I've read this book called The Way to Superior Mind, which helped give me clarity in everything that I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? So now that I can't answer you here, I'm helping you on this element that's going to trickle down into helping you with the specific blog thing. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm agreeing with you in it, but that's what I would say as well.
I hear it. And recently, I've just been saying to people, trust God as well, bro. I'll be real. Obviously, I know that you're spiritual and whatnot, but me, I believe in God fully, bro. And I believe that the way that He moves in my life, it's like anything I set my mind to, it's just a matter of time until it happens. You get me?
Right,
so that's my advice I give to anyone that trusts God, know that it's a process and nothing happens overnight, innit? Obviously, it sounds like la talk, like, yeah, trust God, bro, very rare, but it's real. Do you get me? Like, when you have faith in your process, then it's gonna work out eventually. Do you get me? So
faith without works is dead.
Fully. So make sure you put in the work, innit? Yeah. And yeah, as I always say, recipe for success, FCHW, faith, consistency, hard work. Apply that. I'm telling you now, like, that's a win-win scenario all around your life, innit? That's what I'd say.
Faith, consistency, hard work, rate that still.
Yeah. But anyway, bro, that's enough for friends, man. That's enough for friends.
Oh yeah, money talk.
Let's talk about something. Let's talk about
the guala.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, yeah. Why is money such a taboo topic to talk about?
I feel like it's a taboo topic because we've kind of been raised to make it a taboo topic. Do you get me?
Elaborate.
When you're a child and you're speaking to your parents about money, 9 times out of 10, you know about money. You don't pay no bills, or in school you're not really learning about money. Like, there's no real point from when you're born. So when you become an adult, there's no real point in most people's lives where they're actually taught about money. They're not really taught how to make money. You go to school, as far as I'm concerned, there's not a lesson how to make money. Do you get me? There's all of these in that. What the hell am I learning about flipping
nucleus, chlorophyll?
Like, these things aren't
sodium chloride.
It's stupid. You get me? Like, there's no real point of contact. And I saw something. It's like 9 times out of 10 again, you're born. You're put into. Who's the first person that touches you when you're born? When you first come out.
You kind of trick question. You see where you're going. This is the nurse, innit?
Right. Yeah. It's a nurse. And you already know how the NHS system's set up right now. They're not getting paid the most amount of money.
Fact.
So the first point of contact when you come into this world is someone that's not in a financially good position. Yeah. And then you get put into your parents' hands, which 9 times out of 10, they're not in a good financial position. Do you understand what I mean? So it's like throughout your whole life, we're not really taught about money, how to make money. Do you get me? And I feel like it's on you, which it shouldn't be, to teach yourself and educate yourself how to get the bag. Do you get me? And it shouldn't be like that. So that's why I feel like it's a taboo topic, because it's not talked about. There's no point of contact in teaching you how to make money.
Strong. Quickly, just jumping in with the TikTok crew. Matt said, what do you think about a relationship in your teenage years? And then Ade Josh said, I needed this. So appreciate you, Ade Josh, for tapping in, and also you, Matt. Or Marlo, but we're not doing that talk today, man. I'm gonna have to politely decline. You know what I'm saying? We had enough talk about relationships. Check out Do Love With Ego. Check out What Is a Superior Man? And there's a third one, Do Men Get Intimidated by Ambitious Women? So the guest on that one, it's all on our YouTube with Mega, Amira, shout her out, and then Austin as well. We cover that topic in different ways as well if you tap in with them episodes. So that's what I'd say.
There you go.
But back to the money talk and answering your question, my brother. I think that money is such a taboo topic because I don't know how to answer that question, but what I would say is that it just has negative connotations within our wider community, which is wrong. Like, why is it that we don't want to talk about how much we're earning?
What negative connotations?
So it's like people are, oh my days, like I've made some money, but I must keep hush because I don't want to make this person feel bad. Or you're like, oh my days, like even me just now, bro, like 5 minutes ago, I was shook to say that I've just made more money. What's wrong with that? Why do I think like that? You know what I mean? And I also feel like you need to kind of reprogram your mind, because like you said, we've been programmed to think like this. Right now, you just seeing me as an example clearly, even though I'm not proud of it, I have been programmed, and I'm gonna have to work after this to reprogram my mind. It's not a bad thing to talk about money. You should be able to have open conversations with your friends about money, whether that's that you've lost money, whether that's that someone's taken your money, whether that's that you're struggling to grow your money, all of that. And I also, you know me, mad spiritual, so that which you focus on expands. So if you want to increase your income and make more money, focus on making more money, focus on talking about money, make money the topic of discussion, don't brush it under the rug.
One thing I would say though, because you said what you focus on expands, if you're currently in a position where you're broke, you don't have a lot of money, stop saying that you're broke. Do you get me?
Facts.
Stop telling the whole world that you're broke. Of course, there's a certain level to it where you're gonna have to admit, right now, bro, I don't have no money. But stop reminding people that you don't have money, because eventually that's gonna trickle down into your subconscious, and you're gonna really believe that I don't have no money. Do you get me? And the minute where you say, all right, cool, let's say I want to buy, name me a product, anything.
Toothbrush, electric.
Something more expensive than that. something a bit more.
Louis Bell.
Yeah, all right, cool. Let's just say now,
Tesla.
I want to buy a Tesla. Yeah, I want the T on my car. Yeah, I want that electric. Yeah, driving by itself. That's what I want. Yeah. If I say to myself, right, cool, I simply can't afford it, that's the end of the conversation. There's no there's no Tesla. If I just say to myself and my friends, I want a Tesla, but I can't afford it, bruv, you're gonna have to sit back in your Corsa. Do you get me? However, if you say, alright, cool, I can't afford this Tesla right now, but I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z to make sure I can afford this Tesla within 9 to 12 months. Do you get me? At least now you have a strategy instead of putting a flipping block in front of you and saying, alright, I can't afford it. Do you get me? So, and I learned that in The Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. Like,
Strong by T. Harv Eker.
yeah, exactly. Don't just say to yourself, I can't afford this. Cool, if you can't afford it, acknowledge it, but figure out ways for you to afford it. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Come up with solutions. So that's what I would say.
Nah, 100%, man.
Carry on.
Nah, minor, bro. And what I would say as well, literally like you said, like, think of money abundantly. So even if you make a loss today and you have some expenses that are going out, money is a flow. Shout out Nero, he said this in one of his episodes, like, money is like, it's called a currency because it's a current. It's like water, it moves, it comes in, it comes out. Do you know what I mean? It crashes in, it crashes out. So stop thinking, like, oh my days, I have £9.52 on my account, I have to just hold this money here. Nah, bro, like, let it go so it can come back in abundance. And like you said, and you got the quote from the book, each pound is a soldier. It's no longer 100 pennies, it's a soldier. So you need to put your soldiers out there for them to recruit more soldiers, aka put your money out there, release the money so that it can come back in an abundant form, basically.
100. And I don't want to sit on there and pretend like I'm super up. Cause
yeah, it's not that.
God damn, I ain't. I'm telling you
Not
right
yet,
now.
not yet.
I ain't super up. Do you get me? But right now I'm in the process where I'm learning principles to get super up. Do you understand? And I'm associating myself with people that are super up. Do you get me? That's another thing that I was touched on. Obviously, not going back to the friendship group, but if you want to increase your income, start surrounding yourself around people that's making money. Do you get me?
And also, shout out Andrew Tate. I'm gonna put that one out there, little curveball. Because I know some people are like, oh yeah, they have mixed opinions about him. But one thing I must say, like, I was watching some of his content yesterday, and he made a really good point. I'm gonna touch on, which is that you cannot make money, and everyone, I feel like you're already starting off on the wrong foot by thinking, how can I make money? You can't make it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna chop up some paper and then you're gonna put a sticky note on it with the king's face or the queen's. You can't make money. All you can do is take money, literally. By Tay selling a hat, I bought a hat off him. He took my money. You get it? Like, he took my hat. He took my money. Sorry, yeah. So I need to think to myself, how can I take money out of the hands of other people? No one's talking about doing no dumb shit. You lot know how I mean it, yeah. But think to yourself, cool. I went to the shop today and I only went to Asda so I could buy, I don't know, some school clothes for who and who, for so and so. But then on the way back, I saw a stall and a market with a Caribbean woman selling some yard food free for £1, and then I gave her her money. So she sold it to me. So how did she take my money? I got to think to myself, was it because she was in the right place? Was it because I was just hungry at the right time? Or was it because she negotiated well with me? Think to yourself, how did this person...
Or she relatable? Did I relate
exactly.
to her?
Or did she want to like friend me up and like compliment me before? Do you know what I mean? So you got to think to yourself, how are people actually taking my money, and how can I use the same principles that have been taken from me and use it to take other people's money? So like, I'll give you an example with, I don't know, trying to think, boom, with the podcast or whatever, yeah, anything I do, yeah, if someone, for them to take my money, they've had to negotiate. So now I'm thinking to myself, cool, let me learn these negotiation and sales tactics so that I can use that for my web design, so I can take money from other people. Do you know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing to think like that. So think to yourself, how can I take money?
100%, 100. And it's not a very hard thing to actually do, because you spend money every single day, whether it's a small thing like buying a quick coffee in Starbucks. All right, cool. Why did Starbucks take this? I don't know how much Starbucks is, £4 or £5 off of me. Yeah. Like, what was it? Is it because their brand was strong? Is it because it's close to my work? Is it because when I came outside of the train station, it was right there, it was convenient for me? Do you get me? And then when you pick up these small little things, it's like, all right, cool, I see what they're doing, let me implement this into my business now. Do you get me? So like, cool, I've seen Starbucks now. Their shop is right outside the train station. After work, 6 o'clock, people are rushing. They want to get home, but they want a quick coffee to feel energized. Yeah,
charged
you get
up.
me? So all right, cool. How about this now? I'm gonna set up a stall local to a train station that's convenient for people going to work, coming to and from work. All right, cool. I found their strategy now. Do you get me? That's not to say you're gonna be as big as Starbucks, but that's a strategy
not
right
yet.
there.
You will be.
Do you get me?
Not yet.
That's a strategy right there that they've implemented to attract customers.
Yeah,
and
facts.
there's so many different ways to break it down still. So just spot the trends. Everything. I say it all the time. There's blueprints out there for you to follow. Do you get me? Success always leaves clues. Even if they try to cover up their tracks, they can't. Do you get me? Like, there's a lot of things that you can pick up on.
100%. So like, essentially, yeah, before we jump out, just focus on making money. And the last gem I would say as well, yeah, is that like openly have conversations more with your friends about money. Like within the last 2 weeks, every single day with the man them, yeah. So Tay and two of my other guys as well, yeah. We'll literally just talk about money. I swear down, like we'll just say to ourselves, out of us 4, who made money today? Oh, cool. Tay made X amount from Trendsetter, or I sold a client for X amount, or I don't know, Hazefa made this amount from his client, yeah. We're talking about it in open conversation, and then I'm thinking to you, bro, so cool. For you to, let's say Tay, for example, for him to make X amount, he sold 3 tracksuits and 4 caps and 2 t-shirts, yeah. What did you have to do? I'm kind of pickpocketing and breaking that down now to see what components did he use in order for him to be able to take money from others, and how can I apply this so that I can do the same thing tomorrow. So have open conversations about money, like, and even to the extent where it's like whenever we make money, or we should be doing this more, I definitely do this, yeah. We're in our group, yeah, we send it. So like, say if not send the money, I'm keeping that. I'll keep it that. You know what I mean? But like, say if I've got on my phone, I've got online banking, and someone just paid me for a client, and they paid me, I don't know, $2,000 for a website or whatever it could be, just throwing a figure out there, yeah. I'll send, you know, when you get the little monsters like, oh yeah, so and so just paid you 2. I'm thinking, all right, today's
you get a little Shopify notification. Exactly. I'm sending that into the group, and like you niggas know that there's some money.
Exactly. Yeah. He's literally doing that. He's sending it into the group, and he's like, right, I just made £200 today, but you know what I mean? Have a good lunch. You know like that.
Exactly.
It's literally like that.
Exactly. But what that does though, bro, even though it's banter between us and the man them, it's like, bro just made money today. I ain't made no money today. I gotta make some money today. Yeah. Do you get me? Like, that's good though. But on the way out, bro, because we've been speaking a lot today. What gem you leaving them with, man?
Before I even get to my gem, if you would like us to have a separate episode specifically talking more about money, drop it in the comments, tap in with us, and then we'll 100% make it happen. Do you know what I mean? But my gem for on the way out is be open regarding money. It's not a taboo topic, and try to reprogram your mind, and also think to yourself, how can I take money? Just monitor yourself and your behaviors throughout a day. Say if you're going to work, you're going into the office, when it's 1 p.m, you go into Wasabi and you're spending £10. How do they take your money? Think about it. Do you know what I mean? So just think about it, man. How about you?
Gem that I'll leave them with, away from money, I'd say for you to make sure you always stay your unique self, be different. Actually, it's not enough to be different. You got to be radically different. Do you get me? Like, if there's someone doing something that you're doing right now, that's a sign for you to do something completely different, innit? So I'd say be radically different, and if you want to be a leader, you can't follow the leader. That's what I'd say. If you want to be a leader, you can't follow the leader. So, yeah, man, be your own boss. The best version of yourself is you. And, yeah, man, show up.
Strong.
Energizer, charged up.
We're out.